And he'll relish this opportunity to pit his talents against Ronnie.
Market about to start. It's Ronnie. See, we got slight issues there with the scoreboard, so we just wait there. I'm sorry about that.
Probably overheard referee Marcel Eckhart saying slight issue with the scoreboard. So they're having to wait. Computers, eh, Terry? Can you not go out down there and give them a hand? There's Paul Collier, tournament director, I think, for this tournament, trying to work out what button to press. But just going back to Anthony Hamilton, 296 century breaks he's made in his career. As I say, he's a very high scorer when he gets a chance. So 6 centuries away from the magical 300. Of course, Ronnie O'Sullivan. Wow, look at his career centuries, 1,040. It's unbelievable. They've played on 12 occasions. Ronnie's won 10. Anthony has won 2. The last one was in 2011 in the Shanghai Masters. And also, he beat Ronnie in round 3, which this is, of the 1998 Welsh Open. So we wait. I don't want the tripping over your shoelaces. Ronnie had a little bit of a scare last night against Stuart Carrington, but in the end found his A game and turned it on. It's not ideal, this, having to sit round and wait for things to be got ready. Still working away on it. Thumbs up. I've just seen the thumbs up. And that thumbs up gets Ronnie O'Sullivan to the table to break off and start this round 3 match.
Yes, Anthony Hamilton is down at 49 now in the rankings. His highest was 10. And the other thing with these two players, he used to practice a lot with Ronnie O'Sullivan. So he knows what he's going to have to do to beat him. It's going to be tough.
Found a good line, but just overhit slightly. So Ronnie may be tempted by this red to the right corner. No, playing safe. Well, if he's playing safe, he's got to avoid the kiss on that red. He's decided not to play, and he didn't. So
you see that all the time, don't you? The red is there on the side. They're thinking, I don't want to hit it too thin or too thick, and then it hits the red.
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised you didn't take the pot on, to be honest with you. I suppose with it being the first frame. Nice clean pot from Anthony, so he gets first chance.
His positional play has always been very good. I mean, he stuns the ball very well, gets good position all the time. He's not a great long potter, but I tell you something, he won't give in to anybody. He's a tough player to beat, Anthony, always has been.
6.
No emotion, but he'll be disappointed where that cue ball's finished. And not on anything. I think that's the worst side of it.
Which is it, the breeze?
Just really cold air breeze.
Right. You want to have to sort it out now, right now?
Yeah.
Is it when you sit there, is it?
Yeah, just go and
Okay.
sit there and try it out.
Well, I believe you, obviously. Yeah, we got to ask that.
Just Ronnie just saying that where he's sitting is a bit of air conditioning, cold air blowing on him. And he asked the referee, could he sort it out? And he said, what now? And he went, please. You don't want to feel uncomfortable when you see.
They are looking at them.
Meanwhile, Anthony doing a bit of wetting of the cloth. It's been a stop-start match so far, more stop than start. Ronnie not taking the opportunity to go to his seat because of the draft. Good length on the safety. It's not a bad table this if you get the first red, because the pink spot is nicely in the open. There's Ronnie, the empty seat. Till they can't get that little bit of air conditioning turned down, he doesn't want to sit there.
Not an easy safety shot here. So be careful what he's going to go for. He may just roll up to the pack. Nothing positive there. It's the only shot he had.
Ronnie will be concerned not to leave a pot on this red to the right corner. The one way you can deter your opponent from playing it is get that cue ball tight to the ball cushion. That's pretty good. Okay, you leave the pot on, but it's made a lot more difficult because of the proximity of the white to that ball cushion. Tough pot, no guarantee of position. You wouldn't really want to play it.
I'm not sure if he's taking the cue ball back to the behind the back line here or just dropping. Yeah, he's dropping again. Some players don't like defensive safety, but with shots like that, you've got no option. You know, rather have played down to the block, but there wasn't a chance to do it. Sullivan is a very good safety player. The trouble is, he's a good break builder, a good potter, a long potter. He's good at everything. It's not fair, is it?
Well, he seems to have spotted a pot here, has he? Oh, no, I can't see anything. No, just a safety. Once again, good cue ball. Certainly calling the shots at the moment. Can he force a mistake from Anthony? Yeah, just struck across it slightly. It's one of those first frame type of shots. Well, struggled it in, and he's on the pink.
Seven.
Pink's available in the two centre pockets and maybe two corner pockets, but the black isn't. You have to run off two cushions for the pink here. That's
Eight.
okay. That's nicely played. Just a very easy sort of cannon.
14.
Didn't hit the ball too hard. Good chance, yeah.
$15. $21. $22.
That came off the cushion very quickly then. Pink not so easy now on the position after the pink. Should he pot it? One's got the pot and there's a red there on just on the top of those three
28.
there on the left. Pink's still available and black's still available in this corner pocket we're looking at now.
$29.
Well, if he's straight on this red, he's perfect. as Terry says, the black is available into the left corner pocket. If he's straight on the ping, he can just roll it in and play for the red just above the black. Well, he's not straight. Can he just drop it in and hold for that red? Straight, it wouldn't have been a problem. Well, he could just drop it in. And all set fair now. Can't really see a problem.
35.
It wasn't an easy positional shot there. This cloth is so fast. It played it well.
36.
Just off straight there. Well, that wasn't a good shot, I'm afraid. I don't know what happened there.
43.
No, you can get into it. It's all right. He's not bridging over that red.
44.
There's the stun I mentioned. For the professional players, their favourites are, if they get an option on what to play, backspin, topspin or stun, they'll always go for stun. He's striking the cue ball there, about halfway up.
And this is certainly where he's one of the top players, Anthony, in and around the black spot area. Doesn't make too many mistakes. And this red on one
59.
more colour, and that should be the first frame in the bag. Ronnie went for the long red into the far corner, but missed it, and he sat down ever since. This was the red, just slightly off. As I say, first frame, always missable, that type of shot.
$65.
71 points to lead now, 67 remaining. Don't know whether Ronnie would carry on if Anthony doesn't pot this red. There's only one snooker needed to tie.
Anthony Hamilton, 65. At the first frame.
And he
So we hope to see the Ronnie warming up. Get some big breaks. Likes 100 break, Ronnie.
little sign, yeah, the referee asked him had they got rid of the draft, and that was a thumbs up to say it has. So he can settle in now, concentrate on the job in hand.
Another defensive safety. Not getting nothing out of it really. Well, you can get through this red, so I'm not quite sure what he's looking at here, but it looks as if he's going to drop into the pack, or off the cushion into the pack, I don't know. He likes these shots. Nothing wrong with them. Not Ronnie's type of game, but he can do whatever he wants.
A bit pacey with that one. Maybe he left a choice of reds to the right middle here. Particularly if the lower one of the three goes, he can play this without a lot of pressure on it, thinking the only red he can leave is this one he's playing. And a good pot it is. So as in the first frame, the first good chance, Anthony Hamilton.
Six.
Well, the last thing you want to do is catch your bought colour, but it couldn't have worked out better in the end. A perfect angle on red, and he only has to roll it in to be on the brown.
7.
So a positional shot that could have gone wrong. It's worked out perfect. Got into that a little bit
11.
too much. A little bit too much screw. Got a cut to the middle. It's got this half ball pot to the corner, but missable. But right in the heart of the pocket.
12. $14. $15. $21.
We weren't expecting this, you know. Ronnie Sullivan hasn't got a point yet. Andy Hampton's now on 93 points.
22.
Yeah, well, that's the thing about snooker, as I say many times, no matter how good you are, when the other man's at the table, you can only watch. He had a pot in the first frame, he's hardly had a pot to go out in this. And Anthony playing the very aggressive shot, and it couldn't have worked out better than that. He puts his hand up to apologise. I don't know why.
26.
He'd have been shaking his head if he hadn't finished on one.
$27.
As you can see there, perfect angle on the blue. Choice of reds. Don't know whether he'd risk playing for the one just to the right of the black as we look. You can play for that. There's one in the middle of the table. Play for the one above the black. And overhit it. Okay, he's still on it, but he's lost control of the cue ball.
Oh,
33.
oh. He's not missing much, but almost there. Just touched that right corner there and dropped in. On another day it may have stayed out. But so far, today in this match, it's all on Anthony Hamilton. Well, that's the red. I thought he should have played for off the blue, really, but that was a more difficult positional shot from the one he's just done now, but he's still okay.
$36.
Not quite as intended. This is quite a thin cut with the rest, and the cue ball is going to be running away unless he put some spin on just to stay down this side of the table. Oh, absolutely perfect. That is a very, very difficult shot.
43.
Yeah, good pot. Just let the cue ball run loose and hoping for good position. He's not really got it, in all honesty. He's got a tricky red to the left middle. And it's not there.
43.
And not only is it not there, he's left it.
One.
So, Ronnie Sullivan off the mark. Now then, we've not got a bad angle. Those two reds that are together, just to the right of the pink spot, little cannon on the join of those two would bring all those 5 reds into play. I think it's worth the risk. Be too precise positional shot to play for a particular red. So a little cannon here, just catch the join of the two. Well, he decided to play for this red on the left-hand side of the table, and he's played that
6.
absolutely perfect. Wonderful shot.
Seven.
And now he'll play the cannon on those two reds, you would have thought. It just brings them into play. And there they are, now they're in play. And everything in the open.
14. $15.
And this is normally what he's so good at. He just forgets the scoreline and just wants to pot all the balls. And if he does, he'll win the second frame now.
$22. 23. $30. 31. 38.
He's absolutely perfect with this position around the black and reds.
39.
A lot of players make it more difficult, but not Ronnie.
So that black puts him 3 points in front. Red cover and up to and
46.
including the blue. We'll see him at the snooker's required stage.
47.
Glance at the scoreboard, any colour, and then the 4 colours, as I say, up to the blue. So a little bit of a spring off the cushion, but
49.
shouldn't cause a problem. And this
51.
is the problem when you play, Ronnie. Just one slight mistake. Anthony just left himself too thin on the black. Had to play it with the rest.
54.
Made certain of the black, I don't blame him for that, but trusted to look for position and left himself a tricky red to the middle, which caught him out. And you have to say
58.
that since Ronnie got this chance, he's been absolutely inch perfect with every shot.
$63.
20 points to lead, just 13 remaining. Well, 2
Ronnie
snookers
Sullivan,
needed. I doubt
63
Anthony
in
will
the second
play
front.
on. Yeah, it was the wrong potting angle. And once again, you see the value of getting the cue ball close to the baulk cushion. If he could have got his hand on the table, he'd have played that no problem and be able to stun around the back of the black. But he couldn't where the cue ball was, so just a safety. But this red does cut to the right middle, but Anthony may deem it as too risky. Well, he's eyeing up the pot, so he's thinking of taking it on. Close. And that was always the thing, he was never guaranteed where the cue ball was going to finish, and that kiss on the yellow would have been good if the red had gone in, and it's still good, and now it's not.
Always thick, those shots. Could pot it. It was a difficult pot, but on these tables you've got to be careful with a thin cut like that. You could be bouncing the cue up and down the table with the cue ball. That's a good shot from Ronnie. Good stuff. Few 60 breaks, 40 break, and a lot of good safety play. Bit of a mix.
And there you see the problem when you're under the cushion. You see now he's trying to strike down but he didn't get any pace into the ball. And well, you saw the cue ball jump out of shot, but he's left the red to the middle. Ronnie wouldn't mind being on the yellow here. You can pot the yellow, it makes the red to the right, the yellow available.
Free.
It looks just off straight, so he's okay.
Four.
He'll take that. As usual, Ronnie be trying to get down on the black as soon as possible. Get into that pack of reds.
8.
Straighter on this ready to play for the blue. Now he's looking at the possibilities of playing for the green off this red.
9.
Maybe, if he can avoid the red that's on the right-hand side of the table, he may play a cannon into the cluster. I don't know whether he can do that. Well, he played that really well. It was too
12.
risky. May go back for the blue here. Be better to go into the reds off the blue than the black.
13.
And that's finished absolutely perfect. So, you always need a bit of luck when you play the cannon. But he won't be holding back here.
Oh, it's perfect.
18.
Didn't hit it too hard.
$19.
He's off to go now. Didn't start this match very. In the first frame he was quite poor, as a matter of fact, but now he's back where he always is. That's why the players don't like playing him.
Yeah, it can finish in a blink of an eye. He's just concerned about this, but when he played the red before, I thought those two reds just to the right. The pink seemed to be a plant to me. Maybe wrong. I mean, he can see it better than me, but he spotted it now.
26.
Just when he played the other red, I just saw those two reds and they were a plant.
27.
Whether he only spotted it then or not, I don't know. Anyway, he's just about got an angle on the blue.
$32. $33.
Wow. What happened then? He played for the blue, I think. Got some spin on that. White ball never stops when it's downhill like that. It seems like it. Cloths are playing really well. They're responsive to the spin and plenty of speed.
$35.
Nice little nudge on the black there. He could have played for the red just below the pink, but that was a very precise positional shot. Playing it the way he did, he was playing for a
36.
choice of reds. Even Ronnie has to respect the fact that this tables are very quick. So if you can play it, oh well, would you believe it? Just when everything was, all the hard
Sullivan,
work was
36.
done, he's missed the black. Now that can only be put a little bit of unintentional side on it. and pushed the cue ball over. He can't believe it, neither can I.
One.
We didn't expect that. And Ronnie definitely didn't expect it. Still got a bit of work to do, but this could be a big frame.
7.
Anthony can clear up here. I'm not saying he's going to clear up, but Ronnie be disappointed with that shot. But if he goes on and wins the frame, it
8.
doesn't really matter, I suppose.
Thirteen. Yeah, 14.
That was a good shot. Played that very well. And it's one of these opportunities where a few moments ago Anthony had been selling his chair thinking, well, I'm going 2-1 down. And when you come to the table in these situations, it's, well, just a relief to be back at the table. 16 points behind. So there's 2 reds on either side
20.
of the table, which are the problem balls, particularly the one up near the baulk line.
21.
That's a bit disappointing. He wanted to be straight on this pink. And he didn't stun run through far enough. So that's where he's going to leave the cue ball. Play the awkward red. He didn't want to be playing it off the pink this time.
He could screw off the side cushion, John, and back for that red, but it'd be a difficult shot, of course. He's hit it nice.
$27.
Not bad. But not easy in these centre pockets when you hit him with a bit of pace.
$28.
Pots the pink. And now goes just 2 points behind.
Yeah. 34.
Just looking which is the best colour to play on. Needs a nice angle on it to get on the difficult last red. You'd think possibility you could screw up for the blue or even harder and play for the green. Oh, but don't miss the red. How many times do we see it? How many times?
Anthony Hamilton, 34.
He played the snooker, he did.
Yeah, he's had a result, hasn't he?
That seemed to bounce out of the pocket, John, didn't it? I know you'd. So another turn. Well, that wasn't a good shot, to say the least.
No, he's very lucky, Anthony, when he missed the red, got the double kiss, snookered Ronnie on both reds, but I don't exactly know what... Well, I know what Ronnie had in mind was kick the red up the table and keep the cue ball in the other half. and got it all wrong. Second chance, and this time there's not a difficult red on the table.
One.
Perfect angle now off the pink to get behind that red one way or another. Mustn't forget to pot the pink, but if he gets the pink on a good position shot, you think it'd clear up now. That's pretty good.
7.
He's having a look. I don't know if it's dead straight. Doesn't give him any options then. Yeah, you can only drop
8.
it. Drop it in, and then is the brown available? It must be to go past the black. You wouldn't have played that
Brown.
otherwise. Oh, is he? He got the black, is he? Brown it is. Couldn't see you in the box, but it's gone. He's 10 points in front now.
12.
And all the balls available.
So that missed black from Ronnie when he looked as though he'd done all the hard work and got himself in. Eventually has cost him this frame. Okay, Anthony had a bit of good luck when he missed the second last red.
17.
But disappointing miss from Ronnie. Could sharpen him up for the rest of the match, but in these best of sevens, you don't get much chance to put things right.
$21. $26.
And that will keep Ronnie in his seat. And Anthony Hamilton will have a 2-1 lead. In goes the pink.
32.
Anthony goes back to his seat. Ronnie's walking out of the arena. How he missed the black, only he knows. Anthony Hamilton leads 2-1.
Good break off from Anthony there. There's one red to the right of the pink there, but I'm not sure if I want to take that on. Oh, that's good stuff. It's awkward then with those reds there. He could have cannoned into one of them or hit the knuckle of the middle pocket. But it's okay. There you go, you see. Too thin. Cannon the red. Sullivan got a chance now. First chance in this frame anyway.
1.
Immediately, Ronnie. If it goes, we'll play for the red just above the black. That will make the black available into both corner pockets. Always let that cue ball slip. Well, he's okay.
6.
Didn't get into that cue ball as much as he wanted to. As you can see, the red does go. Just drop it in. Black will then be in the open.
7.
And now he can go to work. If he's disappointed with the last frame, missing the easy black, he'll be giving everything due care and attention now.
Yes, he doesn't want to be slipping to 3-1 down.
15.
This is the situation that Ronnie Sullivan really enjoys. A few reds there and black goes in both pockets. Pink is opening blue. Still got to keep that cue ball in good position all the time, you know. If you go dead straight, sometimes you can't get on something. But he's an expert at it, and he's putting a bit of time into this shot, so it's not straightforward.
Couldn't cue a ball any better than that.
22.
Just the wrong side of straight, a difficult shot, deep screw, left hand side, inch perfect.
23.
And it's all about cueing this, all about timing when he played that screw shot. Because the harder you hit it, the less reaction you're going to get when it comes off the cushion. He just
30.
cued it so beautifully. Good shot.
31. 38. 39.
'Unintentional kiss, is he on this red?
46.
Well, he's looking at the potting angle, so I think he's just about on it.
47.
Needs to slow up, has done. Now if there's nothing available, he's got a perfect angle on the yellow to go into this cluster of 6 just below the pink. Well, he's decided to play for the loose red. Judged it
49.
nicely, but he's still got the problem of those 6 reds in the middle of the table. He can't win it until he brings reds into play. Okay, there's a red near the baulk line that's in the open, but even that wouldn't be enough. He's looking for 3 more reds with 3 colours.
Not sure if he played for the blue or the baulk colours there. He's got an angle to dislodge a few reds. Doesn't figure a lot of angle off that green. Have to play some run inside and power. Oh, he just nudged. Yes, he just nudged that one out. Yeah, it opens up the pack a bit now.
Yeah, it's turned out wonderful because that red has cleared the path now for at least 2 more reds into the right corner. It's a thinnish contact, but he should be able to control the cue ball.
54.
And does. And as I say, there's at least 2 reds now just below the pink. Anthony looks on. Poor safety. Gave Ronnie this chance. So 2 reds.
58.
1 with a colour. We'll see him pass the winning line in this 4th frame.
59.
Well, playing that red makes me wonder whether the other one goes, so he might have to play a cannon off this pink. And he couldn't have picked it up and put it better with his hand. And this red is all that's required.
65.
So no mistakes in this frame. 66 points to lead, just 59 remaining. This pink will make certain. Now you see it, 72 ahead, 59
72.
remaining, no way back for Anthony.
73.
Ronnie
80.
just doesn't beat. He beats people, but he beats them fast, doesn't he? Very quickly, because he's always on an easy ball about 12 inches away from the object ball, and
86.
superb position play.
87.
And just for good measure, not the pinking like it was over the hole. And now
94.
we're going to see century, surely, number 1041 career centuries. Well, he's left himself a little bit more to do.
98.
This for the ton. Well played. As I say, 1041 career centuries. A scoring machine.
103. 107.
Just less than 9 minutes this frame. There you go.
112.
And this packed crowd that have come to the
18.
arena this afternoon. This is what they wanted to see. And the black didn't go in, but it didn't affect him like the black in the last frame, because the frame was well over by then. And another marvellous century. Just one mistake from Anthony. We're all square, two apiece.
Down, please. Thank you.
Of course, 2 matches they play today. Whoever wins this will be out again tonight. Anthony looking at this straightish red to the left corner. He'll find position on the black, no problem, but he's just concerned that if he doesn't pot it, will he leave a red? I think it's one he'll take on. Oh, well, the thing is, if he'd have fully committed, I fancied he may have potted that, but in the end he tried to play it as a shot for nothing. He was thinking, if I miss it, I want to get the cue ball back up the table. That made the pot so much more difficult. beautiful. Absolutely exquisite.
Not pretty, this one. You can't get to the left-hand side of the pack, I don't think. Looking now if you can get past the green to the right-hand side of the pack. If you catch it thick, there's a good chance of him cannon into a red again. Well, just about. Oh, 2 reds there waiting to be kissed, but they didn't happen.
Yeah, he did well there. He was in a spot of bother. Running a bit pacey with that safety. Just makes it that much easier for your opponent when he can get his hand on the table to play a better safety shot. Well, just found the edge of that red. And if Anthony can't play safe now, as it appears likely down the left-hand side of the table, he's in a spot of bother here.
Yeah, so these tables are so fast. You know, when you're playing a very thin safety, you can't sort of deliver, you know, in a positive way in case it goes up and down the table. And then if you don't hit it hard enough, you don't hit the red in the right position. So on slower tables, it's easier to play safety. Or if Ronnie will take it on anyway. It goes past the black, but he'll have to cannon into red, so he's just putting the cue ball up into the baulk area. Make it as difficult as possible for his opponent. Lovely touch.
Yeah, the only thing with that, he couldn't hide the cue ball, but he's got a good length. Still, that's the question of Anthony, to play as good a safety. Now then, will Ronnie be tempted here? All depends on the angle of the pot. I'm talking about the red to the left corner. Can he manoeuvre the cue ball to get position on the black? If not, probably be just a safety. Safety it is. Needs to miss the brown for it to be good. And he hasn't done. Any top player, when they catch a baulk colour full in the face, are disappointed.
Yeah, this match so far has been very interesting, I think, for all the people who come in here. Some people like to see some safety play as well as the scoring, you know, and good long pots. I think it's all been happening here. Of course, I don't think Anthony Hamilton can pot the long reds like Ronnie or Sullivan, so he's got to play a little bit more safety.
Yeah, that's pretty good. There you see, safety success, 90%, that's okay. A bit low for Ronnie at 83. Another superb shot though from Ronnie. Okay, it's not tight to the baulk cushion, but it's near enough to make it awkward.
Not quite as intended, but he hasn't left anything on. Just giving Ronnie Sullivan a good chance here of getting behind one of the baulk colours.
Yeah, Ronnie just having a look where he wouldn't like to be. He's only playing the safety, but trying to find the most awkward spot. And of course, good length, imperative. And it didn't come much better than that. The red just below the pink is available to the right corner, but the problem is you probably cannon into the red near the left-hand side cushion, so that might not be an option. In and out of baulk. Just one of those situations at the moment where you leave a red, it's a tough red, and it's made even more difficult because it's not easily available the colour to follow. So good cueing needed here. And got. So Ronnie wins the safety battle. What can he make of this chance?
Very good. See the steam coming off the cue ball on that backspin there. Beautiful shot, isn't it? He's a little bit like Federer in tennis, and he hardly hits the ball really, but it's speeding along very quickly. Long backswing, but
5.
slow delivery there now. He's okay. I think he's not dead straight. He's got a little bit of room there to get onto a red.
Straight on this red would have been ideal, and he's just overrun it slightly. I don't know if he can just play a little cannon on the red to the right of the pink. Well, maybe he can. Just drop it in, play a little cannon, leave the pink to the left middle. No problem.
11. $17. $18.
There's a red available into the opposite corner to the pink here. A little cluster, the right hand one of them. And when he pots this, he'll make two other reds available into the left
24.
corner pocket.
25.
Now, doesn't want to be straight on this pink. perfect.
$31.
Now a choice of reds. Does he want to be playing for the black? I mean, it's a possibility, but you think the pink's the easier ball to get on.
32.
So left himself a testy little pink here. Won't take this for granted. But solid.
38. $39.
In a funny way, Terry, I think in the third frame when he missed that easy black, he's just sharpened his senses a little bit. Thought, well, don't take anything for granted. Slowly but surely building up a big lead, but it's going to get a little bit more difficult now. This is the last of the really open reds.
46.
Obviously there's the red that's closest to the right corner, which will cut along the top cushion. Little grimace from Ronnie, must have come a little bit straighter than he would have liked. He's got a slight angle to be able to manoeuvre the cue ball. I don't think you'd be risking running into and playing cannons here, because no matter how good you are, the cannons can always go wrong. And when he pots this red that's
52.
closest to the right corner, it will release another one for this corner pocket. 3 reds, that's what's needed. 2 of them with colours.
$53. $59.
Red, colour red required. In fact, he's not playing it straight away. He's not perfect. He wanted to be straighter on this red. I'm not certain he can pot this red without kissing the second red, so he's just got to be careful with position. Now he used the other red.
60.
And how much action did he get on that? So this pink or blue, I think it'd be the pink, because he didn't have much to do with the cue ball, but he's not going to be leaving himself an unmissable red, let's put it that way. This will put him 66 points in front, but there's still 67 remaining. But he had enough
66.
angle, so just drop this red in.
67.
And that's the frame winner. Superb.
$74. 75.
Already had a 63 break and a 118 break. Doesn't look easy here for a 100 break, but with
81.
Ronnie, you never know. Well, not quite.
81.
last red there, quite thick for his safety. He had his off a break off, and he's I don't think he's left anything on. Well, it's a very thin red there. If only you can have a look at it into the right corner, but I don't think so. The bar colours are always there. Now then, the black isn't available into the left corner, so I can't see. Well, not the right corner as well. It's pink is available, but is Anthony going to take a chance on a long pot? He hasn't been making a lot of them. I don't think he's been playing a lot of them, as a matter of fact. Not one long pot, so it's naught out of naught. Now then. Well done, well done. Not a great kiss on that red, I'm afraid. Try to go up to the blue or bar colours. It's a bit awkward, that pink is now. Difficult one into the centre pocket and the right corner pocket. So after his first long pot, maybe not get any more points.
Looks like he's playing it into the middle. He's played it well. Oh, and he's been unlucky again. He played the positive, aggressive shot. Looked up to the skies. You've got to say, he's very unlucky. Couldn't have hit the reds and the black better. But the pink goes on the black spot. And you see his reaction. On nothing.
Well, he played two positive shots and didn't get any run with either of them. He'd be disappointed there. He's going for this, I think. Yes, too. Very well done. The black's available.
Well, isn't it amazing how his mindset changes? He was only talking a couple of frames ago how he wasn't going to push the boat out. But now he's 3-2 behind. He's prepared to go for anything. He's got his aggressive head on. And that's a lovely pot. Well, whatever he gets here he deserves, because he's played a terrific shot on the pink, terrific red into the same pocket. And now what a chance to score heavily.
It's a good stage here to take aggressive shots on. You can't wait too long for Sullivan. You need to get at him and keep him in his chair for a little while. It's not easy, but
22.
Big problem for Anthony at the moment. The pink isn't available. I don't think it goes to the left corner, so you're going to have to keep going up for the blue or bought colours. Although getting rid of this red will make it available into
27.
this left corner pocket. Problem is with this one, he's just got to judge the pace. He needs to be right side of the blue here.
Well, he
didn't fancy judging the position on the blue correctly, so he's given himself a bit to do here. Okay, he's on the yellow, but it's all about line and length. For the play for the blue, he'd have had more options, you would have thought. There is the red on the right hand side of the table he could play for, but such is the pressure of the situation. He's looking for his next pot to be easy, not half difficult.
Oh, I wouldn't fancy this. The brown with the rest is do well to get this and down to the reds. There you go.
Anthony Hamilton.
And what's
20.
worse, he's got perfect position. And that's what will find you out of this game. Cue ball control. It's the key. The yellow was easy enough, but he couldn't get position off the yellow. That's why he played the brown. And now a chance for Ronnie in potting this pink. Play for the red that's just to the left of it. That will clear the pink for both corners.
1.
Chance for frame and match.
Seven. 8. 14. 15.
Ronnie be putting all his concentration into this visit. He's a great winner of matches. All the top players are. They sort of don't care if it's a tough one or an easy game. They just want to win.
Purposely leaving himself low on this
21.
red, so in potting it he can bring other reds into play.
22.
Well, I think he was thinking, no matter what happens, I'll have a shot at the brown, but that might not be the case. Caught the reds too full. No, he's not on the brown, so tricky shot this. But played it beautifully. The only thing is, I think he's lost the pink. I think the pink spot is now available. So the points all square.
28.
So he's going to have to use blue and bought colours from here on in.
$29.
Not perfect on the blue, but I think he should get the blue in and get on one of the reds, but it's a little bit thinner than he would have liked.
Yeah, I'm just wondering whether it's worth playing the cannon on the pink. Those three reds just below the pink are a little bit awkward. So if you've got a nice little cannon, not too hard, full on the pink, he'd open all the reds up. Well, decided he didn't want to risk it. He doesn't like risking playing cannons. He feels as though it leaves too much to chance. Well, decided he didn't want to risk it. He doesn't like risking playing cannons. He feels as though it leaves too much to chance unless he's forced into them, but...
No. Mm.
Well, we'll see whether he's right, because he needs a good angle on the colour now, because I don't think either of those three reds are available.
41.
Got the angle on the blue. Thing is, as I say, that's why I thought he'd have played it before, because there was a couple of loose reds it all depends on this now. And he's got to go into direct. There's no plants, it doesn't appear. There's the one to the middle. Played the cannon, that red needs to slow up. It has done.
46.
So he'll be pleased with the outcome of that. He's not going to have great control of this cue ball, that's the only thing here. He's playing across, got to be careful of being off in the middle. All went wrong for me when he didn't play the cannon on the pink a few shots earlier.
Yeah, but it wasn't your shot.
But if it's the right shot, you play it, and it's unlike Ronnie not to. Now, will he push the boat out? I mean, he's got an easy snooker, just roll off the green and snooker behind the black. He's got a 19-point lead. That's
Ronnie
the right
Sullivan,
shot.
47.
Well, easy enough to hit, because there is a one cushion escape, but the age-old problem. Needs to hit the red and leave them both safe, and that's going to be a tall order, particularly playing it like this.
Foul. And the miss.
You didn't want to leave a free ball. Well, he hasn't done it.
Ronnie Sullivan.
Certain Ronnie will have it replaced. No value in having a go on, as I say, particularly with Anthony having a strike down and swerve to find the angle for the two cushion escape with pace. So 23 points the difference now.
Yeah.
All these foul points adding up.
How's this?
That's where it was. And that's where it is now. Looks good to me. Liquid back, still that way. Ronnie just looking on. He doesn't like to get involved with any of this.
Back towards this way.
I mean, funnily enough, the way Anthony is having it moved, it's making it difficult. I mean, he's being fair here. As I say, having to strike down to find the two cushion escape is making the shot that much more difficult. But he can't afford to hit the red full in the face because he'll leave it. Oh, well, he did it at that time. Now, where's the cue ball going to finish? Nearly got behind the black, but he's left the pot on, and Ronnie O'Sullivan comes to the table. The 23-point lead.
Yeah, you had to swerve round the black there and to get the angle, and it's all you can get this red now. Bit unlucky there, Anthony Hamilton.
One.
That was a very difficult snooker to escape from. He could hit the reds, but he'd be leaving them on.
So this brown and one more red needed. He's looking to sneak behind it. Just a little bit short of pace, but doesn't have to do too much with the cue ball. Give this pot due care and attention. This is frame and match ball. No. Well, has he been lucky? Has the pink come to his
Ronnie Sullivan,
rescue?
5.
Oh, it has. Ronnie fortunate there. Just shows you no matter who you are, that frame ball, particularly using the rest. Caught him out, but lucky not to leave the red. So there you see it, 28 ahead, Ronnie Sullivan, 35 remaining. Just looking for the red, but the way the balls are situated, if Anthony Hamilton got first chance at it, we could have a new favourite for the frame.
Yeah, just about. Can't cut that in. I don't think it's very risky.
Risky way to play it, wasn't it? Dear me. It's a very thin one, but I think it just cuts in. But it's a tough one. Will he be tempted? The red and any colour will do, and the 6 remaining colours. What a frame this could be to win. In it goes. Now, he's going to be on the pink.
1.
So he's give himself a chance. It's the last chance he'll get. Can he take us into a decider?
Pressure on. And the balls are easy and available. You get a bit of pressure. There you go. Just to deliver the
Anthony
kill
Hamilton,
fast
1.
enough to keep pink on his line.
And that is it. That's the difference between playing in the snooker clubs and playing outside in the arena in competition. You'd no way in the world
2.
he'd have missed that under normal circumstances. You got a feel for him. He knows. He just decelerated on it. And he knows that that will have cost him this frame and the match.
Ronnie Sullivan, 2.
There you see it, 29 ahead, 25 remaining. Okay, 1 snooker to tie. He's not out of it just yet. But Ronnie will be relieved that Anthony missed that pink to the middle, no doubt.
We've had a bit of everything in this match, John, haven't we? It's been a very good match. You like to see a bit of safety and 100 breaks, which they've. It's Ronnie Sullivan at 118, frame 4. He's got a snooker here, but I don't think it's going to cause him that much problem. When it's very close to the cushion like that, there's no chance of, obviously, of going round it when it's out further. So let's have a look now. Looks good. Well done.
Hit it too thin on the way up, and that's why he caught it on the way back. So Ronnie pots the green, and surely that's the end of Anthony Hamilton's Welsh Open challenge. In it goes.
3.
He's putting his stuff away. Well, it didn't go in, but I know he'll play on. No, he won't. That's enough. So Ronnie, not without a scare, But he produced some good stuff, and you could see Anthony annoyed there when he flicked that right up the table. He missed a pink that he should have got, and he could have made it into a decider. He didn't. Ronnie O'Sullivan through to the next round. He wins by 4 frames to 2.
Well, it was just a chance for him to get straight back in and level the match up, you know, so it would be pressure.
Well, we're delighted to be joined by Ronnie. Right. Ronnie, welcome to the studio. And how are you feeling after that?
Yeah, just relieved to get through, really, because I don't know, he could have gone 2-0 up. I think he was just dominating the game, and I just managed to nick a few frames there and get ahead. And then in the end, now I thought he was going to clear up, go decider, but lucky for me, he missed a pink in the middle, and I managed to go over the line.
Well, Darren and I were talking, and he was saying that there were moments, Ronnie, where you're just absolutely brilliant, as you always are, and then there were moments where you looked a little bit frustrated out there. Can you explain?
No, it's so much frustrated because, I don't know, sometimes I'm so used to sort of winning efficiently, if you like, you know, and knowing that I've got everything under control, and you know, sometimes if you're playing, you think you're playing all right and you're not winning efficiently, you think, well, what's up, you know? So I just think that it's because I haven't won enough this year, maybe. There's not so much confidence there as when I was winning last year and the year before and all the years before. So I think maybe that's probably like a bit more of the confidence sort of thing, you know, when you're winning regular, it just becomes a habit. You just turn up and play bad and win most of the time, you know.
I said that the black you missed in that one frame, you know, I said the one you'd pot with 1,000 out of 1,000. I said as if Ronnie now has kicked himself up the behind after missing it, because you played 2 perfect frames then. I mean, you've had the 130 odd break, and then you've had the 80 odd then next poke.
Yeah, but I just feel like I'm queuing all right, so it's there, you know. It's just confidence, I think. You know, I'm used to winning, and when you don't win, it's a different game. I suppose the opponents sort of fancy the job a little bit more against you. Your kind of level may drop a bit, and you don't pot the important balls, and you know, and so yeah, maybe that's what a bit of it is. But you know, that's just how it goes. You know?
And it's strange, I mean, hearing Ronnie mention confidence, if anything you would think that Ronnie's the most confident player because you're just so brilliant, but actually if you're out of practice it can affect you, can't it?
Yeah, but it's like Ronnie's just hit the nail on the head, you know. It's like anything else, and you know, Ronnie this year's elected to pick and choose what he plays in. He's no spring chicken. He's catching me up in the age department, so you know, you can't do all the tournaments, and if you're not playing and everything and you're not winning as much as you was winning, you know, you are going to question little things now and then, and if things don't quite go right, you know, it is going to be a little bit harder.
Yeah, and it's important to you, as you've mentioned, to get that balance right between the snooker and personal life.
Yeah, no, I've played enough. I just haven't won. You know, if I'd have won some of the tournaments I'd have been in, then, you know, it'd been a different story. But I just haven't won. You know, it's a simple matter of the fact. You know, I'm down 20 in the world, and you know, there's other players playing better than me, and the rankings don't lie. And you know, you just have to. Every time you go on the table, you've got to prove it. You know, what's gone before you doesn't really matter. You know.
And of course, there's a very short gap between now and your next match because you're back on at 7 o'clock. Yeah. So what happens in between?
I'm just going to go for some food with my friend. She's decided to stay here for a bit longer. So yeah, just going to go have some lunch and I'm going to watch a bit of my Malcolm X series.
Oh,
I'm a huge fan of Malcolm X now. What do they call him? There's a name for a minute. I can't think of it, but it just inspired me, you know, just the way he was, you know, yeah. So I've been really sort of, there's a name for them. What do they call them, them people?
What, like the speakers?
Yeah.
Inspiring leaders?
Yeah, sort of...
motivators?
It'll come to me later.
Right.
No, not motivate, it'll come to me later.
But I guess that sort of thing helps, doesn't it? Because it helps with your mindset.
Well, Netflix is great, you know, there's so much to watch on there, you know, so you obviously spend a lot of time waiting in between matches, you know. I come onto tournaments on my own, which is nice, so I get to do what I want, and, you know, Netflix has made it so much easier, you know.
Well, look, thank you for taking the time to talk
Freedom
to us.
fighter.
Oh, there we go, we got it, got it. Thanks,
Call them freedom fighters. Not troublemakers, freedom fighters.
Well, brilliant.
What a human being.
That's what you are, a freedom fighter. Well, thank you very much.